tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down. Boosted up my cardio, I used to get to run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down. Everybody eating, it's a party, wanna come to time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out. Everybody wanna kill the king, like shit, wanna take the crown. I can see through it like a stomach with a other sign. When I hit the gas, I be going like 100 miles. They be getting tired, running out like 100 houses.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, they'll carry through the back. For a touchback.
Here we go, here we go. 65.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And some room to work. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, you spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So first and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their 25-yard line.
14.
Throwing is Wilson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. To throw again on second down, Wilson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play with one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
On third down, Wilson. That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past across the 45. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Wilson. They're going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. Picked off by David Long. There he goes, right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow up a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. From his end zone, here's Tremont Smith. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Back to the air, Wilson after the pick 6. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick 6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
Second and 10. It's Wilson again. And that's going to be caught by Sutton. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 35. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a 1st down. Now Wilson. And the Raiders have got him. Max Crosby, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Divine Diablo. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end. Let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
White. 13.
On second and very short, Garoppolo. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Randy Gregory in there to bury him for a loss of 11. I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to it. And I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Over the middle, it's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 15-yard line. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. He's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. Now Garoppolo. Touchdown Raiders. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Raiders have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And a mistake, a surprising mistake there in the kicking game as he sends that one out of bounds. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now a handoff running left. This is Williams. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. 21-0 our score after 1.
With the score, Raiders 21, Broncos 0.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
On first down, Wilson. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. He's got room at the 30, and he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Go. 36 power.
Here's Wilson to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Greg Dulcich, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Broncos get a bit closer. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago, their 2nd straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along, and from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively, and this team now has an identity, and they're playing to it and playing well.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Garoppolo. Complete. Smith has it.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
21. Here we go.
On 2nd and inches. Garoppolo. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
I got you.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 88 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
11.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Second down, Jacobs once more.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. Caught on the right side by Adams. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Here we go.
11. Garoppolo on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Adams the man in motion right.
13. Flag. 11. 21.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's complete to Adams. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead. And part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
Garoppolo looks to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Jimmy Garoppolo keeping it himself from 5 yards out as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Carlson now to add the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the score Raiders 28, Broncos 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
And
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Throwing again on second down. Wilson got his man. It's Dulcich. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd down and
2. Wilson. He'll get this one to Patrick. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by David Long. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Well, there are several factors at play for why they face this deficit right now, Charles. But well, that's now 3 interceptions that he has thrown and just giving the football away. Pretty careless here in the opening half.
Yeah, I know that all of our parents taught us to share as youngsters. But in this game, you don't want to share with the other team. Keep it for yourself. Keep it for your team. Got to cut down on all of those throws, those errant passes, if they hope to get back into this game.
1, Omaha. 11.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Here's Riley Dixon now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Oh, the return is Renfro. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. The partner is still in the third quarter, but they've got this one well in hand and still airing it out with gusto and picking up some nice gains.
And even in lopsided games like this, you don't really see starters get lifted or the foot come off the gas before the fourth quarter. No one wants to leave any doubt when they're playing well. They just want to continue the process.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Another big play here as they strike for 31.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Wait. 13.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. He hits Adams complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20. So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
12. One, Omaha. Hey, alert.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Jacobs. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Here we go.
2nd down and 3 with right around 3 minutes remaining in the third quarter. 3's all around. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Raiders have taken a 5-touchdown lead. And Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, it's multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. So a big return there, Charles, on what was a pretty dangerous throw to the outside.
It sure was, Brandon. That's the risk you run on a throw like this. If it's intercepted, a lot of times this is a pick six. So good hustle to get back and get him down. But, boy, that's a throw you've really got to be sure of if you're going to work the perimeter of the field.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Here we go.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
21.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Garoppolo now on 3rd and goal. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Raiders get another third quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Broncos 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued... And my goodness, another interception. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. And, Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Wilson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Got a man. It's Judy, complete. And he is going to have a Broncos first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Now it's Wilson. Right back to Judy, and it's complete. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Second and 9. Now Wilson. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
On third down, Wilson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position.
21. Here we go.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 101 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here we go. 11, 12.
From the 25 on second down, Garoppolo. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal.
Not a whole lot there on first and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. One more time with Jacobs. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Were you as surprised as I was that they actually ran it on second down there? I thought that they would go ahead and throw it in every situation here.
They've thrown for 3 touchdown passes. Now here, I think they probably go back to the air.
Yeah, I think so. But ordinarily, second down is when you run your play fake, your play action, show run, and throw the ball. Now they brought up third down. They'll have to throw it anyway.
Here we go.
Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
White.
Play action, Garoppolo. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. A nightmare on third and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him.
Even keeping the back in for extra protection on third down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's fourth and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. To throw is Wilson. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense can very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
And this is going to be a Raiders first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs. And
nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
Out of the end zone comes Smith. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave it with a 2nd and 3. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. They go play action now. Wilson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
From midfield now, here's Wilson.
This will be caught. Judy. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter play. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Down to a knee goes Garoppolo, and that ought to do it. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant